Hey guys, here we are for the iRacing Indy 500. So we're just finishing up practice here, about 3 minutes to go or so, and if you just look at the grid, we're in the 4 car and we'll be starting in 6th place out of it looks like 33 guys, maybe only 32, I'm not sure, but yeah, 32 I guess. But yeah, I'm not sure what split we're in. I thought there was like 1,100 entries, but anyways, yeah, first time I think broadcasting one of these races, I was finally able to get internet that can actually broadcast while racing instead of doing it afterwards. So this will be different. Race is going to be like probably a little over 2 hours, and I think this broadcast only goes for about 2 hours. So I might have to break this up into like 2 parts. So if you see 2 parts after the race, that's all that is. But yeah, anyways, I'm hopeful. I did 4 laps for qualifying. That's what you needed to put down a qualifying lap. I think that's why I'm starting 6th. That was in a separate session. But other than that, I really haven't had any practice on the track. I don't really know what it's like to race with other cars. Probably gonna be a lot of aero push and stuff. So interesting to deal with that, see what we can do. Hopefully we don't wreck out early. I feel starting in the front, we can just try to push instead of just hanging in the back and trying to avoid wrecks. So if we start to get past pretty early on, it might start heading to the back, but the goal is just to survive hopefully up to halfway and then try to push to the end. Anyways, let's just, I guess, we can see some onboards of some guys on the track right now. I guess for the last 2 minutes I'll just get on track, do a few laps, but race is gonna start soon and hopefully we do well.
Oh yeah, pit in.
Okay, that's good practice for pitting in. I guess I overshot it a bit. It's gonna be a bit difficult for me to commentate while racing, the engine's just gonna be a bit loud, plus I'll be a bit focused, but if there are any cautions or pit stops, I'll probably just make some comments during them. So, just want to mention that beforehand, but yeah, other than that, hope you enjoy, and yeah, I'll see how we do. Okay, so our pit stops look like they're about 7 seconds. Don't know how long the green flag pit stops are. I'm guessing it's around like 30 laps or something, so definitely hoping we can get some green flag runs and green flag pit stops, since that will be interesting. Okay, can I? Yes, I can. Okay. Just want to. Still trying to mess around with the field of view and just trying to make something that's comfortable. I know that I feel like I'm a bit high in the car. Maybe I could change and make myself a bit more forward, a bit more backward, but.
One to go, next time by. You're on the outside this time. Pit road is closed.
Somewhere around 60 to 65, so if you guys have a suggestion for what field of view I should use for this car, I don't really drive it too much. I've done a few races with it before, like Twin Ring Motegi, but I don't really do many road courses with it, so. Luckily we're not a road course, we're at the oval. glad we're starting 2 wide and not 3 wide like they do in the Indy 500. 3 wide might not go well.
Good luck, everybody. 200 laps, 500 miles, guys. Long race, a lot of time. Good luck.
Looks like we have unlimited sets of tires.
Oh my God, how much time did we have to grid?
Okay,
50 seconds.
guess we'll be starting in
I
4th.
gridded with like 9 seconds left.
Starting in, oh, okay, just trying to figure out what the mute button is. There it is. So.
Well, I screwed up. I looked down to type something. Oh well, I was on the...
Just gonna mute these guys for the start. Don't want to get too distracted, but I might unmute them later in the race. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna think that we're gonna have some cold tires in the start, and we're gonna get some understeers. So I think that our weight jacker, that will be these things, the anti-roll bar and the weight jacker. Those are the things we'll be focusing on changing throughout the run. I don't really know what directions I should move these, but weight jacker, I feel like the higher it goes, the looser the car gets. So if it gets a bit tight, I'll start raising that. So it's a good thing to know. Long race. Oh gosh. Yeah, as long as they're not wrecking under yellow going to the green, I think that's already an accomplishment. Just trying to see when we're going, and hopefully we'll wait till green. No need to jump the
Get
start.
ready, going green. The pace car is in. Green flag, green flag.
Okay, well we're up to third. Oh, car's loose.
The yellow flag is out. They
Well-
want you in single file. Closed, pit road is closed.
You want to be optimistic, you want to hope people are going to keep it clean and just be cautious, but we can't even make it a quarter of a lap before the first caution.
Catch start, 8 car.
I guess all I can hope is that these cautions, I mean, I hope it's not just some guy spinning out. I hope that if we do get a wreck, it will actually hurt that person out of the race. That way we don't have to deal with guys that are just going to be wrecking the whole race. But I normally race the cup cars a lot. Those things, it's like you can wreck and you should still be pretty fast. But here, like if you tap the tire on the wall, like it almost kills the car immediately. So very fragile. This is just about like the only downside to
Catch
broadcasting.
start, 8 car.
It's like I want to record the race, but I don't really want to show all the cautions and stuff, but I don't really know I'm not a pro at editing all that stuff out, so feel free in the broadcast just to, feel free in like the video just to skip the caution laps, but there might be a lot of them. People already pitting?
Catch start, 8 car. Pit road is now open.
Guess we can just save some fuel under caution here. Let's see what they're talking about. Are people yelling under caution? Let's find out.
Full.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, if I was to rank the tracks that are the worst to pace at, I mean, Pocono is just such a long track and the pace car is slow. Indy might be up there as well, just 2.5 miles. Talladega, I guess just all the longer tracks, those are aggravating. I'm guessing
Which
also.
split is this?
I guess also iRacing Super Speedway. That would be
Got
pretty
it.
bad.
Yeah, there's like 1,000+ people lined up, so I don't know. Is it towards the top, middle, or bottom? Definitely towards the bottom.
Alright, those of us who have to do the wave around, don't waste time. Let's go, go, go.
I don't really even understand how the split
Yeah, Temple.
was done, because normally it's by iRating, but there was also like a qualifying session, so I don't know if it was like qualifying times. I mean, that just seems very odd, so I'm leaning towards iRating. Okay, so one caution in. Let's put the caution count at 9.5. I think that's safe, so I mean, I don't want to get to around 9.5, but I feel like that's a possibility. That's like cautions around every 20 laps, so it'll probably either seem like a very dumb or I guess a good call. So I'm gonna go for under 9.5, but let me know what you guys think so far in the race.
1 lap to green.
I mean, the thing that I noticed is like once you get a long run in, I just feel like everyone kind of gets single file. You might get like a train or something, but other than that, it's pretty clean. And so if we can just get like 10 laps in a row, I feel like it'll start to get spread out, and it's like easier to get green flag run-ins and just less cautions, because I just feel like cautions breed cautions.
Preston, let's
Oh, let's move our fuel back. Don't want to start on the lean mode. That's gonna be easy to forget.
Get ready, going green.
Hey,
Post car is off, time to do your job. Green flag. You're
It's
now
hard.
in third.
hard to see when he went. Got a lap car already.
The yellow flag is out. Line up, single file.
Well,
Closed. Pit road is closed.
really starting to get in the groove there. Really felt like I was catching up on second. It's like I was tight, but I was like the tires started to warm up, and I was figuring out just like
Catch up, hey,
if I could just offset like half a lane to the front guys, I feel like I had a chance to gain on them. If not, like all the aero push would just shove me wide and give me a horrible exit. But we definitely pulled a gap on fourth though. So the question is it too early to pit? Still have a lot of fuel. Oh. I just feel track position is so important. Obviously you don't want to pit under green and then the caution come out, but I still think maybe you'd be a lap down. I just don't know the pit delta either. 60 miles per hour is pretty fast.
Pit road is now open.
Guess everyone agrees it seems it's a bit too early. I'd love to know what all these cautions were from, but I guess at the end of the race we can always go back and just rewatch and see what it was. I often wonder, like, oh, is it some guy battling for like top 10 that gets wrecked, or is it just some guys like in 25th that like hit the wall? Because I wouldn't be surprised at all, like if the first 3 cautions like are all from like someone getting tight behind someone and hitting the wall just because they're not used to like how much aero push there is. It's very easy to be like, oh, I think I'm gonna be fine, and then it's like you're in the wall out of nowhere. The fact that there are like 1,100 entries, though, you would think that the strength of field would be, I mean, pretty close to your iRating, and like everyone would be pretty close in skill, but it just doesn't seem like that to me. I feel like normally like the iRating range is like 200 or something. It feels like it could be 500 in this, but they're just too early to really conclude anything right now. It's just 10 laps in. Just wait till there's like a caution where it like splits up the field into like half old tires, half new tires, and then we'll have an idea of like what it's like to go through traffic, because right now in the top 5 it's just single file and it's relaxing.
At least you're not.
One to go, next time by.
I do think the single file restarts though, that is, I mean, the fact that the first caution was like in the first quarter of a lap.
Hello, buddy. Would you awfully mind catching up?
I feel the single file at least makes it easier for there to be a caution later instead of like the first lap, because just the overlap of cars is a bit more challenging.
Congrats everyone on not getting laughed.
Shh, it hasn't happened to me yet.
Okay, let's change back to mode 1. I don't know if it's like confusing. I feel like there's a variety of like YouTubers who like have the wheel settings where it's like the wheel isn't even there, or it's like the wheel is turning by itself, or you have like everything with the wheel turning and the gloves. But I just feel it's like too weird to have like the wheel in front of you and then the wheel in game turning. It's just like you don't need the illusion of like a ghost wheel.
About to go green, stay focused. Post car is off, time to do your job. Green, green, green.
I misjudged that bad. I thought he was gonna go earlier.
The yellow flag is
Oh
out.
my
They
gosh.
want you in single file. Pit road is closed.
It's
Get
gonna be one of
started,
these
car.
races, isn't it? I put it at 9.5 cautions, and we're at 3 before lap 15. 15 minutes for 13 laps at this race. This race is gonna be like 4 hours long. It's like, on one hand I realize, yes, the best chance to overtake is on restarts. You're the closest you ever are. So it's like, I understand that part of it, but on the other hand, it's just like, is it worth the risk right now, honestly? It's worth the risk if I can make the pass. I was planning on making this a part 1 and a part 2 just because of how long the race is going to be. I might have to like split up into 3 parts. One, just like the first part will just be all the wrecks in like the first quarter of the race. Hopefully the second part will actually be some green flag running. I think the first part is just called the Wreckoning, like a W. I mean, while pacing isn't fun, the other thing that isn't fun is just like you're trying to decide whether to pit, like whether this is gonna be the last caution, like string of cautions, or whether we're ever gonna get a long green flag run. Because if you guess like one caution too late, then everyone else is pitted. Then it's like, well, you were dumb to not stop during that caution. One thing I did notice, even though we only got like a quarter of a lap on that restart, is it's just like the anti-roll bar and the weight jacker, like those adjustments, those are really useful in the green flag run, but like when you get back to green, like you're so much slower, and so like the car turns so much better in the corners, and so all this like weight jacker that you have is normally planned for when the car's at speed and you're in traffic or like you're behind another car. So when you don't have all that dirty air or you're a lot slower, the car just like handles completely different. So I feel like every single restart you just had to adjust it back to like a baseline and then move it up as the run continues, because it was just sketchy that first corner. And also I guess the combination of cold tires as well.
One lap to green.
I think our longest run so far has been like 7 or 8 laps. Hopefully we can at least get over 10. That's what I want. That can't be too hard, right? Just make it to the end of like lap 25, 26, and then caution or later. We've completed, I think, 40 out of 500 miles, and we're at 20 minutes so far in the race. This is looking to be a long one.
About to go green. Stay focused. Post car is off. Green, green, green.
Just trying not to lose the top two, just trying to hang on.
Slow car ahead. The yellow flag is out. They want you in single file. Pit road
Oh
is
my
closed
gosh,
right
second
now.
place just wrecked.
Letter A, car
Oh
by.
crap. Dang.
Catch up, 14, car.
Freaking lap car wrecked right in front of the leaders. That was freaking sketchy. I don't know what was happening. I'm expecting a lot of yelling over the radio, but I'll listen to it anyways.
The dude. My entire right front is like off my car. I have no control.
Yeah, I think
You
this is
shouldn't
a
even
good
be
time.
racing if you have damage.
Should be a good time to pit.
I mean, he was running like third.
I was actually running 19th when I got involved in an incident and I fixed all my damage and then it just broke loose off of 4th, so.
Pulling up in this race, Gus.
Okay. Pitting
Why
under-
y'all gotta be so dumb? If you have so much damage, don't even be out here. You ruined it for everybody else. Good job.
Yeah, it's so early, I just don't know what the situation was.
I
It's a-
didn't have a lot of damage. I was
Okay, guys arguing, don't care to hear about it. All I saw, there was like some lap car up
Pit
ahead,
road's
really
open.
slow, and if I put it in the wall, then he seemed to lock it down, but then for some reason, I guess the guy in the second trying to avoid it just swerved too much and then just lost it. Very weird. It just seems like it... Okay, don't overshoot the box. Should be near the end somewhere. Oh, that was close. Almost overshot it. I don't even see the sign.
All clear, punch it.
Alright, we got the lead. Let's go.
Line up, single file. Catch star 21, car.
Guess the leader overshot his box or something. Did we fill up all the way? Okay, we did. I was like, I was trying to figure out how the heck we got the lead. If we didn't like take fuel or something, I would have. Okay, did anyone stay out? That wouldn't be a horrible decision, I don't think, but yeah, we got one guy stayed out, but maybe he'll pit this time. I mean, it was just like, we got like, I guess 11 or 12 laps there, I think, and I was just like, just trying to mess around with the weight jacker, trying to find some way to just get clean air that way I could get a good run. I felt like there was 2 opportunities that I had a good, somewhat good run, but I would like have to dive bomb like second place pretty late into the corner, so I just decided to hang back and be a bit more patient, and I felt that it was kind of coming to me a little bit later in the run. But, I mean, first wasn't pulling away, but it seemed that second couldn't get by him, so it's like, unless there's a huge tire advantage or something, I'm just seeing it really difficult to pass, especially if it's like single file for the lead, so.
Catch star 21, car. Catch star 21, car. 1 to go, next time by.
These guys getting a wave around, or are we just starting behind them? Okay, they're getting waves, that's good. I was a bit scared.
Catch star 21, car.
Oh, we're starting behind 2 of these guys? They're not getting waves? So what?
Catch star 21, car.
Is it just waiting? Okay. Don't know why you're waiting
Catch
that
star
long.
21, car. Catch the pace car.
Okay, so no matter how this race goes, at least we can say we led one lap, at least one lap of this race. So I'll take it. I'm gonna be behind no one here at all, so just lowering the weight jacker a bit. So just like, who was it, Will was basically able to hold off second place like the whole run there. Let's see if he can hold off the rest of these guys for some laps. Okay, fuel mode is good.
Get ready, going green. Pace car is off. Green flag, green flag. Okay, you're in second. Okay, you are the leader.
Fifth and sixth gear are so close, it's so hard to tell what to do, like when you're leading, you don't really guess stay in sixth.
Caution, yellow flag. Line up, single file.
Oh
Closed, pit
my
road
gosh.
is closed. Catch the pace car.
Like, I don't want to be bouncing off the rev limiter in 5th. I feel like I'm slow, but like, I feel like
Scared me a little bit there, 5, when you came down after turn 1 on that last lap.
looking at the like dash, I feel
Pulling
like
up at the stop finish line, boys.
there's like 2 dots. I feel like if there's 2 dots that aren't like all lit at the end of 6th gear, I guess that means you should probably go down to 5th. But if there's only 1, I guess you can stay in 6th. I don't really know the gearing situation.
Checking out the middle of the back, checking out the middle of the back.
I mean, all I could really tell, at least being in 3rd, was that like if I'm stuck behind someone and then like I get aero push, I'll have to let off so I don't hit the wall, and then my exit's gonna be really slow, and so that's an easy downshift. But you know, when you don't have the aero push, I feel it's just harder to tell, and so that gives the guys behind a better chance of gaining on you. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that I just don't have that much experience in the lead, so I don't really know whether I need to defend or how to defend, and so I guess if it comes down to it near the end of the race where I'm near the front or leading, I'm gonna hope that things go well.
Pit road is now open.
I don't know what to do. But I don't think we need to be talking about the end anytime soon, like we're only on lap 35. So I think that's like our 5th caution, maybe our 6th. I'm just... I'll just do a checkup on how many guys are in the race. We started with 32. I would say if you're 3 laps down or more, you're probably out of the race, so we're probably down to 27 or so. Maybe the guys that are 1 lap
Catch the
down
pace car.
are out. They might just be slow, I don't know. But 21 on the lead lap out of 32. How many will be back on the lead lap at the end of the race? I'm optimistic. I'm going to say somewhere between 15 and 20. I'm hoping that we still have over 15 guys in the lead lap. It is definitely easier to lead the race under pace laps than it is under the race, but I'd rather take racing and losing a spot than pacing and being in the lead. Not as fun. Yeah, the changes I was basically making between the weight jacker and the anti-roll bar were just in the front. Like, I'm just too scared. Like, once I start making roll bar changes in the rear, I just feel like if you start removing downforce or whatever, like the anti-roll bar does, I think it's to do with like downforce. It's like the rear end can just step out and then you spin out of nowhere. But I feel like the changes in the front, they seem like a bit more noticeable. It's like it's more about understeer and oversteer rather than just like I don't even really know how to describe it. It's like, I guess it's like the fact that like you're turning in like with the front wheels, and so it's like you can initially feel like whether the car bites or not, but like the rear, it's like that's something that you can't tell
1 lap to
until
green.
you spun around, basically. So I mean, I've been fine with it at 2, but just trying to find anything I can do to get any advantage, I guess. I mean, I thought that having a green flag pit stop in a race like this would not be that challenging. I mean, the fuel burns so fast. It's like 30 laps. That doesn't seem too hard, but I mean, now that we're like almost a quarter through, I'm questioning, is that not going to be possible for us? So Why is he holding back so
About to go
far?
green. Stay focused.
So much. He's trying to get a huge run here, isn't he?
The pace car is off. Be ready. Green flag, green flag. Outside. Go low. Still there. Go low. Outside is clear.
Okay, so apparently I need to do better
The next
defense.
car's the leader.
That was impressive though, I mean, to get that good of a run out of two. He's taking such a wide line in these corners, like he's not holding the bottom at all. It's not that I'm scared to pass him, it's that once I get past him, I think he's going to pass me back, and I feel like that's just going to lose us time. So I'd rather not have us battle. Thing I'm scared about is like I'm getting a run off of him, but like the closer I am, the more arrow push, like the stronger it is. So it's like if I want to try to go for a move at the end of the race, like I have to be super close. That way I catch it before the finish line. But in order to be super close, it's going to give me more arrow push. So like I have to be way behind entering and then catch up on exit. It's just so hard to time that. scared to catch lap cars. We've seen so many bad things happen with them, like right in front of the leaders. Just praying this guy lets us by. Oh, where? Other guy's in the pits. Okay, I just saw the Delta going down. Please let us both by, dude. Please.
Car outside. Clear outside.
I really had a good run there, but just unnecessary to fight. It's like if I push it all the way right here and try to go for a move, just like look at the finish line, like I'm not even close to alongside. I feel like leading, exiting 4 is like the right call.
Caution, yellow flag. Line up, single file.
Man.
Pit road is
I
closed.
was getting ready for green flag pit stops. I knew it was
Catch
still
up,
like
14.
it was gonna be like 14, 15 laps or something, but I was honestly getting excited. I was like, I can't pass this guy under green, or like I can, but I felt like I had a really good chance of like doing an undercut by like 1 or 2 laps, and then maybe passing in the pits. So there goes that idea. I might still pass him though, since apparently he's had some trouble last time I passed him, but I will say the only time that he did pass me was like the first lap of the run, and maybe it was just because like I wasn't up to speed yet. So maybe if I do pass him like under green, like a few laps into the run, maybe he won't have as much, or it'll be harder for him to repass me.
Catch
But
up 14. Car.
he just looked like, I just feel like at this point, like you can see how difficult it is for me to try to get a run out of 4. But I also feel like if I'm leading, then he's also going to pass me. So. Just in terms of winning the race, that's what I'm looking at right now. Like, what strategy should I try to do? Like, should I just try to hope I can get a big enough run? Since I feel typically you'd think leading out of 4 with someone right behind you that you're giving them a really good chance. So it's just hard call. What isn't a hard call, I think, is pitting right now. I feel like not pitting seems a bit dumb.
Pit road is now open.
Well, what are we? 52 minutes into the race, we finally got to a quarter distance, so progress.
Move it!
Oh gosh. Hey, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not doing anything
Line up,
miraculous.
single file. Catch start 30. Car.
Literally just stopping in the box, but somehow I keep getting the lead, so I don't know if he's waiting for me. Like, if he doesn't want to start in the lead, I mean, maybe that's a strategy. But yeah, that's 2 times getting up pit road, gaining a spot from Will. So I guess take the small victories where you can. We'll say that run was getting a bit boring. I understand that. Just like the guys behind us, I was looking at the delta, they were like 0.9 and then like 1.7 and then like 2.1, and it was just like, I don't know what's causing everyone to get so spaced out. You'd think the draft would
Catch
keep
start 30.
everyone
Car.
within like a second or something, like at least near the front, but that's just not been the case so far. Maybe everyone's just being a bit cautious, but it's like with all these short runs, I feel like if there was any guys that like happen to start in the back with like a high I
Catch
rating,
start
just
30. Car.
we're having trouble getting to the field. But if we can get some long runs, maybe like once they'll get to the field, we'll finally see what people have to are showing. I mean, we have like the 1 and the 5 got 1 and the 5
Catch
guys.
start 30. Car.
Yeah, we have some high I rating guys up here in terms of like the numbers. So
1 lap to green.
it's so hard to even judge I rating too, because it's like my I rating might be somewhat high, but it's not because I drive these cars. So it's like
Catch start 30. Car.
Cup cars are much different to these cars
Catch
and
the
how
pace
they
car.
drive, so I don't really know how much contributes from one to the other. So last time we went to block on the inside on the backstretch when Will got us, so this time I'll just stay on the right side, so if he gets a run on us, we'll just see him there. But I mean, my move to the left was, I mean, I guess it was kind of just to break the slipstream, but that didn't really work at all, so I wasn't too aggressive with it with that move. But I guess unless you get just an amazing start that just catches them off guard, you'll get like a 6/10 lead, and like maybe if you get a big enough lead, they'll just, like, once you're up to speed on the first lap, they'll get stuck in the dirty air and they won't be able to get by you. But I don't think that's how it works. The fact that he's right behind you, he can see when you go, so it's not gonna be like a surprise or anything. Okay, fuel mode is good.
get ready, going green. The pace car is in. Green, green, green. You are the leader. Nice and smooth.
Is he gonna go for it? No, he's not. See if he goes for a move the next few laps. Trying to be as smooth as possible with the wheel.
Caution, yellow flag. They want you
come on,
in single
you
file.
guys.
Pit road is closed. Catch the pace car.
Ugh. I don't know what the heck's going on back there. Like, the track is so wide, isn't it? Like, you'd think there's enough room to, like, not wreck.
Yeah, folks.
Let's see what people are saying. Anyone upset? No. There's the pace car coming out of 2.
Hey Kurt, nice heads up there. I don't know why in the world going into one that thing wanted to step out on me like that. I didn't even have any weight jacker in it. I guess I was just used to running in dirty air.
Yeah, I just always go through there like 80% no matter what, just to be safe.
Yeah, I know you saw that, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I was hoping you weren't going to lose it.
Backing up into 3. In 3.
I think the last time we checked the leaderboards, it was like lap 35. Let's make a
Pit road
second
is now
check.
open.
So, okay, we got a lot more guys, a lot more laps down, so these guys are definitely out of it. 13 laps down, 5 laps down.
27, you do know that you're blinking in and out, bouncing up and down.
Okay, so it looks like that guy in 22nd is 1 lap down, and then everyone else 4 or 5. That must be a lot of damage or something. Yeah, it's like flex tape. No, that's a lot of damage. Oh my gosh, sorry. Anyways, so yeah, we got a few guys on lap down. Looks like we're down to 19 on the lead lap, but I'm guessing these guys 1 lap down either, I don't know, maybe we're just slow or something, but 4 or 5, that just looks like they were probably involved in the wreck. So, I mean, that's like what, like a whole third of the field, or 32 to 23. That's 9 out of the, like 32 cars. You'd think that the fact we have that many drivers out of the field, we just have the cleaner drivers at this point. You'd think that we were able to handle it. So, I'm hoping every single caution. I'm like, well, that's 1 less car that we'll have to deal with.
Car.
I mean,
Catch the pace car.
If that means we'll have to bring out like 10 more cautions to get down to 10 cars, I'm not in the mood for it, but if that is how it needs to work, so be it, I guess. It's kind of ironic though, it's like I've done some NIS races like at Darlington, like in the Cup Series, and it's just like I did 2 races and basically we did like 80 or 90 lap green flag runs with like 1 caution in the middle of it, and it's just like Darlington, a track where it's like such a small groove, it's so easy to wreck, and we did really well there. And here, I mean, I guess the cars are faster and stuff, but the track's so wide, you think there's a lot of opportunities to pass. You're not going to be like right on the wall the whole time, at least like in the corners, and apparently everyone's having a lot more difficulty, so I don't get it. It's almost like the easier the track. I mean, I guess that makes sense at Daytona and Talladega and all the big ones and stuff, but it's just not how I want to do these races, man. I want people to, like, it seems like a prestigious event to me, and I wish people treated it that way.
1 to go, next time by.
I understand it's just sim racing, it's virtual esports, whatever, but still. Like I said, I haven't seen any of these wrecks at all yet. I need to watch them in the replay to figure out what the situation is. Maybe some of them, and maybe the majority of them have just been racing incidents, and it's just been unavoidable, and it's not just stupid stuff. So I don't know, but it's just not fun to be pacing.
Right.
Or still, I mean, you'd think there's a 40-second lap time, and it's like you'd think at lap 60, like with 1 or 2 cautions maybe, you'd be like at 43, 45 minutes, but no, 64 minutes for 60 laps.
Get ready, going green. The pace car is off, be ready. Green, green, green. Caution, yellow flag. Line up, single file. Closed, pit road is closed. Catch
I'm
the
not
pace
gonna
car.
lie, if this was a hosted session, if this wasn't official, I probably would have left by now. I would have just left the race. I don't care if I'm leading. It's just like, at some point you have to judge, like, is this enjoyable or not? And this has not been enjoyable, man. It's just...
Catcher 7, car. Letter 7, car by.
And it's like if you're on the back and it's like you see a big pack, it's like, don't you realize there's been like 8 or 9 cautions for everybody? It's been like already, and it's like, do you really want to like contribute to the cause? They'd be like, well, I feel like I'm not the only one. who's been in this situation so far in this race. It's like if I was back there and it's like I see like 3 wide and a chance to pass, it's like yes I see this opportunity, but it's like I don't know what are in people's minds, and I feel bad for judging these wrecks. It's just like if the cautions are every 20 laps and there were still like 8 or 9 wrecks, it's like, well, at least people are like waiting. I don't know. It just seems like people are just impatient. That's what the feeling is.
Any cricket?
Pit road is now open.
We look on a pit? Okay, I didn't think so. It seems a bit early.
Catch the pace car. Catch the pace car.
Like I was hoping that there was gonna be a lot of long green flag runs, and it's like I would have a lot of stuff to say, like in every somewhat sparse or every occasional caution. But I feel like, in fact, we've had like 10 cautions in 60 laps. I feel like I've said everything I needed to say so far. There's nothing new. It's hard to have anything worth commenting when you have 2 lap green flag run. It's like there's nothing to learn, nothing to mention, nothing exciting in the racing. Like if there's long runs and lots of passing stuff, if there's action, there's stuff to get excited about and to learn from.
9 a.m. Eastern and 1 p.m. Eastern, I do believe.
Yep, that's correct.
I am curious though. I'd like to see how other splits are doing. Like I can't imagine that every split is this poor, and I don't. I just don't know. Wonder what our average speed has been so far. Let's see if I can calculate that under the caution. Since we're like pacing like 75 to 80 or so, it's been 70 minutes or about that.
Catch the pace car. 1 lap to green.
So we just completed 160 miles in 70 minutes. Oh gosh. Whatever that is. It feels like we're averaging probably like 90 miles per hour. Well, I mean, I guess if 60 like miles an hour, like 60 minutes is an hour, so 160 miles would be a little bit less than that for 60 minutes. It's like 160. Yes, we're doing math. That's what this has come to. I think it's 137. I think I calculated that right. So 137 average speed. If anyone else has gone this far into the video and has been interested enough to calculate the average speed, feel free to fact check that, see if I'm close. For cars that go like 220 or 215, 137 is not that fast. Anyways, let's go back to green here. I feel like I can't really surprise second place anymore. Like, I'm trying to do something different every restart, like when I'm gonna go, but
Get ready, going green. Pace car is off. Green, green, green.
Loose.
Look at.
No, one
look-
loose, one
Caution,
loose.
yellow
One.
flag.
Oh my
Line
gosh.
up, single file. Closed, pit road is closed.
Like I saw the
Jet
run
stop
that the guy had,
25
and I was
car.
like, man, this is gonna be intense.
We don't want to finish this race.
One, I wanted to see like that you had a huge run coming. I wanted to like do some side-by-side racing there. That was gonna be epic, but no, cautions. We need cautions.
The iPacing 500 presented by Indianapolis.
Honestly, though, pacing 500 indeed.
Wonder if all the splits are doing this.
Yeah, I've got a friend that's in another one that they've
Right.
crashed 60. They're on lap
Catch the
60
pace
still,
car.
so 5 laps behind us.
On lap 3, I predicted the under over at 9.5. I think I should have like predicted 29.5. Did I say caution count? Yeah, I meant to say 9.5 cautions was my prediction. But yeah, I think we're a bit over that already.
Neil, if it wasn't your fault, I'm sorry for calling you out, but I mean, I'm starting to get fed up of nearly dying a third in the race, because that's 5. That is 5 I've tried to die in.
I feel like this is still probably a good time to stay out. I just feel like, I mean,
Pit road's
I
open.
feel like if it's under half, that's probably a good decision, but we're like still like at 2/3 fuel. I don't feel like we need a pit. It's just like I don't want to be making these like if it's one difficult call, like one bad caution, but it's just like, come on, you guys, honestly. And now all these guys are 3 laps down or more, so I think it's like to assume all of them are wrecked, right? Or maybe they're just all running damaged. I don't even know. I'm just baffled at how this is possible. Maybe they should limit the field to only 20 cars instead of like 33. I should have brought like a 12-ounce steak and like a side of potatoes and green beans and like a Coke and like a chocolate lava cake, and I probably could have finished all that under like all the cautions so far. Just freaking had a buffet. Just. Well, like I said, this race is going to be over 2 hours for sure anyways, just even if we do go all the way green, so I'm just hoping if I start part 2 around like lap 95 or 100 or something, maybe part 2 will be somewhat enjoyable to watch. Hopefully that won't be as filled with cautions. I mean,
One to go, next time by.
we're like not even halfway, and I think the pace car has led more laps than anyone. He's probably going to win the most laps led. Pace car driver wins the milk.
Catch the pace car.
Okay, change our fuel map, engine map back to 1. Like, I'm wanting to get long enough in the run, like, while leading, just that way you can, like, start experimenting with, like, the roll bars, since I feel like, is there anything I can do out front in terms of changing those settings, where, like, I just have better, like, top end speed initially, like better acceleration off of the corners, maybe like, is that like reducing drag or something? I don't really know, reducing downforce, something like that. I don't know if that is the case, but I'd like to try it out to see if it is. But we need to go green flag to test that, so hopefully we can.
Get ready, going green. The pace car is in. Green flag, green flag. Outside.
Oh gosh, that was
Clear
sketchy.
outside.
He just, I didn't know where he was going and I didn't mean to block him, but damn.
Sorry.
My bad. Okay, let's raise this up, see if that does anything. Like, look at that
Inside.
run. Crazy.
Stay high, there's a car on the low side. Still there, inside. Clear inside. The next car's the leader. Outside. Still there. Clear. Caution, yellow flag. They want you in
Come
single
on.
file. Pit road is closed. Catch the pace car.
This is a hard call. I mean, we're kind of right at like the halfway point on fuel. I don't know.
I just want everyone to know that I have a buddy that just hit halfway. We are nowhere near that.
Nope, we certainly are not.
25 laps
We're
behind.
almost, what,
3/8, yeah.
can't even do the math.
We're almost 200 miles in.
We're almost 3/8, yeah, that.
Just have it one to it.
I'm coming up on 2 hours.
It doesn't feel necessary to pit. If people behind me pit, that's fine. I just...
Catch the pace car. Pit road's open.
Looks like it's kind of a split decision, or the top looks like fourth pitted, or someone. Two out of the top, or yeah, 2 out of the top 10, I think, something like that.
Catch the pace car.
I mean, my thought is if we have another caution, like when we have 4 gallons, then we'd pit for sure. Maybe those guys that didn't pit would stay out, and then they'd get the lead.
I just want everyone to know that last pit stop, I pissed. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. And it was on lap 69. Nice.
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
Yeah, it would definitely be nice if we were at halfway, like apparently another split was. At least the laps aren't going backwards. Like, why? Imagine, like, once we get to, like, caution 10, or if we're already there, like, every next caution would add an extra lap to the race.
Catch the pace car.
It's been such a long time since I've watched Empty Box. I was trying to remember, like, at the end of the race, I wanted to add, like, a highlight of all the wrecks, and I was trying to remember what it was. I was like, oh, finally, yeah, it was the Carnage Report. That's what it is. So, yeah, hopefully in part 2 or something, maybe, like, I'll make a part 3 at the end of just all the freaking wrecks. It's the Carnage Report of the iPacing 500. I'm hoping I'm not going to jinx anything. I was going to, whatever. But like where we are right now, I'm just glad that Kirk didn't kill us there.
Catch the pace car.
Kirk, I just want you to know that if you do get a run on me, like entering 2, I'm just gonna stay low, so I just want you to try to go around the high side,
Catch the pace car.
so just for future reference.
Alright.
Backstretch
1 lap to green.
could be different though, but just turn 2. I just don't want any unnecessary wrecks or just like confusion there, so it did look like that. That was probably my latest start. It was like right up into like the green light, so maybe if I go a bit earlier I might get a better jump. I just feel that the way that Kirk's been able to hang on to me has been way better than what Will was able to do, so really impressive. I think it's like an 18.4 gallon tank, and so 9.2 is like halfway, so we're still a little bit over halfway in terms of fuel. Or, I guess you still have a little bit over half a tank of fuel.
Catch the pace car. Get ready, going green. The pace car is off, be ready. Green, 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 you're back in the lead. car inside. Clear inside. The next car's the leader. Caution, yellow flag. They want you in single file. Closed, pit road is closed. Catch start 1, car.
I was over here sweating about whether I should pit or not, and I was saving fuel, going to different fuel modes, going down the straight, just trying to see if I could extend it like a few more laps. I don't think I was planning to pit like around lap 92, 93, so like only 4 or 5 laps away, but caution saves us, which is nice for me, but I'm still so close to getting that green flag pit stop.
There, Trey.
Okay, just gonna switch this back down to 2. We're so close to halfway. Now, I'm not even upset at that caution because I feel like that might have just been a racing incident based on how long it was ever since the last caution. So yeah, I'm not upset at all. I mean, like I said, green flag pit stop a little bit interesting, but at least it didn't like interrupt. At least it wasn't like the first lap. So
The pit road is now open.
oh,
What?
scared the crap out of me right there. I was so close, and then Kirk just slowed down. Almost got rear-ended. Where is his box?
Go, go, go!
Aw, almost got him.
Line up, single file. Catch start 1, car.
Well, at least finally, after like so many restarts.
Yeah, I'm not doing anything too crazy. I'm just pulling up ahead here and gonna park for a second.
Finally get to practice restarting in second, so see what the dirty air is like. Someone's parking. Okay, so it looks like a few guys stayed. I'm guessing those are the guys that pitted before. So yeah, I think this has been like the top 5 the whole race, and now we're down to 6th, but I think these yeah, I think we're gonna be in 6th, but
Catch start 1, car.
so yeah, if we go green here, I think that we're all gonna basically have an advantage over the top 4, but if not, then I guess they're back in it. Or are they pitting? Nope, it looks like the lap cars are pitting.
One lap to green.
$27.15. Any chance you can like stay low on the restart? Okay, well, I don't know if they'll stay low. I'm just hoping that they don't bring any mayhem. Again, I trust these guys and stuff, but I don't know actually why I trust them. Well, all I've seen so far are basically a lot of wrecks, but I guess the fact that they're still here, I guess they've been able to keep it generally clean. Okay, this 15. I don't know if he'll stay low. We'll find out.
About to go green. Stay focused. Pace car is off. Green, green, green. Outside.
Oh,
Clear
my
outside
gosh,
if you want
so
it.
much understeer right there. Came out of nowhere. Oh my gosh, what happened? Parts of the pig.
Outside. Still there, hold your line. Clear, outside. Outside is clear.
Oh man, that's so much off time. I don't really blame them. I blame myself more than anything. I just not anticipating all that. Oh my gosh, that almost ruined my race right there, man. I have a lot more respect for all the guys in the back now, man. It's
Still inside. Clear
a
inside.
handful. Don't kill me! Oh my gosh, I got worse. Oh my gosh. I feel like I'm in clean air, but man, the car doesn't feel like it.
Inside. Still there, hold your line. Clear.
Oh, so much understeer.
The lead is bidding now. You're back in fifth.
Yes, 500. Just a minute.
We're halfway in the race.
Car is getting real slidey. Just trying to find out how to make it not loose. I don't like the understeer, but rather get tight than spin out. Huh. Finally got the green flag run we were looking for, though. Took forever.
You're back in fourth position.